Hey, we haven't seen each other in a little while, so I just wanted to give you an update. And also, I cut my own hair. Can we just have a moment of appreciation for the fact that I cut my own hair? I think I did a pretty good job. That's not what this video is about at all. It is Stoney Sunday though. My name is Coral. I have lost almost 420,000 followers across social media, and I want to talk to you all about it. First things first, because it is Stoney Sunday, of course I will be getting even more stony than I currently am. Happy Stoney Sunday, wherever you are, whatever you're toking, or if you're not toking at all, then this toke is for you. Not me failing to clear it on a Stoney Sunday, but we did it. Okay, now that we are properly stony, let's get into it. First of all, until I tallied this up, I had no idea how many total followers I have lost, but this spans across Instagram, TikTok. Oh my gosh, I didn't even factor in there was a Snapchat account that has been taken down. There's been a lot. I did a post on Patreon for my subscribers that really breaks it down by each network, how many followers were lost with each account. And since I even did that post only like a week or two ago, I found another screenshot of another account that I had that I'd built up to 5,000 followers, and it was also deleted, and I forgot it in my original account. So it's a lot. One thing I really want to get out of the way when it comes to even talking about having accounts deleted is that no, I'm not surprised. No, this wasn't an accident. Like, I'm not confused on how and why this happened. It is absolutely the result of my content violating the terms and conditions of nearly every single network I post on. That's the reality of sharing cannabis lifestyle content and existing in that community and wanting to be present and represented just as much as anyone else. Yes, every deletion did come with warnings prior, and yes, there were probably opportunities along the way that if I had gotten in line and acted right, I could have kept these accounts. I really wanted to make this video to tell you all in my own words why I don't do that. I don't modify my content to be most suitable for any network. I create it to be the best form of communication I can think of to share with y'all. It is frustrating that there are people that do label themselves as advocates, yet they prioritize pleasing networks and powers that be that are essentially our ops by definition. I consider it part of my activism to show up as a cannabis user in all the different ways that I want to use it and still be allowed on the internet. Oh my gosh, we have already taken a toke and gotten way into this video, and I forgot to even mention what prompted this conversation right now when I have experienced this countless times over 15 years. It is because most recently my Coral Camster Brown and my Coral's Tiny World accounts were taken down within a couple of days of each other, just about a week or two before 420. So like, it felt extra rude to delete both accounts just before 420. This also was one of the first times that I can remember that one of my art accounts was deleted, or one of my side accounts has been deleted. With Coral's Tiny World being targeted, it is very clear that consumption is not the problem, that showing actual use is not the problem, that the plant itself is considered the problem on these networks, and that any representation of it, which they do say in their terms and conditions, that it's not allowed. I was really surprised to see so many people shocked that my accounts were taken down recently. I've really made a big presence for myself in the miniature world, and I've made a lot of new friends and new fans, and I didn't expect so many people to not understand why my accounts were targeted and why they were taken down. So I wanted to put it in my own words, and I wanted to talk to you. No one else is going to tell my story, and I do think it's one worth sharing, because at the end of the day, my content is pretty wholesome. It's pretty approachable. It's always been my goal to be myself in my content, and I am someone that likes making people comfortable for the most part. So it's something that I am trying to understand how to use the surprise that some of you have that even I could get deleted, and use that momentum to help everyone really understand that getting away with it is not enough for anyone. That if you thought I had just been getting away with it because certain networks liked my content or I brought in views so it was okay, that's not a thing. No one is really getting away with it besides the people that pay the networks for promotion and stability. I don't pay my ops. There's something I really specifically want to address when it comes to the advocacy and having cannabis content on social media. First, I do want to go direct everyone to my blog post on coralreefer.com, where I have shared that social media and accounts getting taken down will never ever matter as much as what has happened to activists and advocates and heroes of the past in the drug war. We have seen people killed over cannabis, let alone imprisoned, families ripped apart, torn out of their homes. At the end of the day, that reality check is what keeps me going, that it's just another account getting taken down. I don't even know how to really say what I need to say without it coming out maybe too harsh or too rude for some people, but that's not my goal with what I'm about to say. My goal is to continue leading people in a way that I'm proud of and to influence people to do what will make a difference in the long run. And so I think that this needs to be said. I personally have advocated that selfies are activism, that showing up is activism, but it's not enough. And I think that in 2025, we really need to confront that if you're prioritizing safety or pleasing a larger audience, you are probably not an advocate or an activist. You might be an advertiser. If you feel that that is an insult, I think that that's something that you should reflect on, because I haven't brought up any connotation whatsoever. Advertising is an essential role in getting the product out there, and I believe everyone should know about cannabis, be informed about cannabis, have access to the right product for them. So advertising has a role in that. But when we confuse activists with advertisers, we are really minimizing people that are actually taking the risks. And I'm not just trying to pat myself on my back, but I wish I did that more often, because I have seen, now that I'm getting older, now that I have years to look back on, that I have stayed in my lane as an activist and an advocate. I tried my best to stay focused on the message and put that above social, financial, or exposure opportunities with y'all. And that has cost me. So along with my accounts being vulnerable, I also did not financially benefit in the ways that I think a lot of people assumed I was along my blogging journey. It's just one of those things that when you work with different brands that have different morals, they might have bigger budgets than the brands that I was aligning with. And I am proud of my history. I'm proud of the work that I've done, even in the lighthearted ways that it came across. I know that I made a difference, and I want to continue doing that by just sharing what I feel is important. And right now, I think that if you have the privilege to be making cannabis content because you are safe legally, safe with your family, safe financially, that it doesn't affect you, if people were to know, I think you need to be making yourself a little less safe online when it comes to the media that you're putting out there. I think that we need to move beyond a tongue-in-cheek or a just kind of, you know it, but it's not said presence of cannabis when it comes to some people's content. And I'm really not trying to make this video me against them at all. I'm trying to make it, let's join together. Protecting yourself is important, and if that is what you value, then be clear with that's what you value. But if you want to be an activist, we have to step out of the shadows. We have to continue to be on the front line, and that means losing accounts. I know I have lost almost 420,000 followers, which at the end of the day is 420,000 people that saw something I made and wanted to engage with it and follow and see more of me. And because of prohibition, they were cut off from what I have to say. That frustrates me to no end, and it breaks my heart. But prohibition will always be my focus, and I think that if we can energize more people to actually be angry at federal prohibition, angry at the federal systems in place that are keeping oppression and power, we will see the results of that in different rules on social media, in the ways that cannabis is going to be accepted in the world. Things will change, but if we are always just platforming people that are getting away with it and aren't platforming and investing in the ones that are reaching out and reaching a hand to you, saying that you deserve this safety and freedom too, we're gonna keep losing momentum. And I know that we have lost momentum in legalization. I have gotten quite a bit off track for the point of this video, which is that my hair looks good. No, I'm just kidding. Really what I wanted to say is that those 2 accounts were deleted. They got me. Coral Hamster Brown, Coral's Tiny World. It sucks. It is another 75 or so thousand followers that I have lost, but I have been home nearly every day since that's happened. I have been with my loved ones. It has been something that frustrates me to no end because my business, my income, my art relies on the internet. I stay motivated, I stay energized, and I just want to change the world for the better. And I don't think that we can stop at just posting Stoney selfies anymore. So that is what I have to say. I really would encourage y'all to go and check out my blog post that I mentioned earlier, as well as my Patreon. Your direct support makes the biggest difference in my life. Patreon has tiers starting at $1, and you get 20% off my entire shop all year round, and it goes all the way up to $50 for monthly packages in the mail. Plus, I added a surprise bonus tier that I haven't told anyone about yet, so you can go and check that out. And thanks for watching. This has been a Stoney Sunday. I'm gonna repack that bowl, and passion is what keeps me going. Being a nuisance on the internet is a lifestyle at this point, and even when I've walked away, I didn't leave. I kind of just took a little breather, so I'm not going anywhere. I don't see that changing, and your direct connection to me, whether it is on Patreon or any and all of the networks that you follow me on, makes a huge difference. Together we have changed the world, and we're gonna keep going. Thanks for watching. I hope that you're staying high. I'm gonna get this toke going. I'm gonna try and clear it this time. Let's prepare it. I believe in myself. I think I can do it this time. Cheers, y'all. Happy Stoney Sunday. Stay high.